Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. Also, Block One CEO, Blandon Palmer, he makes some comment that infuriate Bitcoin community. Block One, of course, the creator of EOS. Just in case you're new to the channel, make sure you claim your pEOS before April 25th, or you're going to lose them forever. So snapshot is already taken on February 15, and you can see your pEOS in your EOS account, but they can take it away. So in order to keep your pEOS token, you have to do some transactions. All you have to do is to send pEOS to another EOS account. You can send tiny amount like 0.001 to another pEOS account in order to keep this airdrop. Otherwise, you will lose this airdrop. So before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop giveaway, hard fork, or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. If you have already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out the token swap or airdrop. Those can be very time sensitive. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So this is a chart from Throwaway. This is a pretty interesting chart actually. So you can see from the bottom to the top, it takes about 322 days for the bull market, and that was around maybe 2011. And for the correction, it takes about 161 days in the 2012 the corrections, and then from one peak to another peak, it takes about 903 days. And also, we have the first halving during that time period as well. And then from the top to the bottom, it takes about 413 days for the correction. That was from 2013, 2014, 2015, the bear market cycle at the time. And then you have a second halving around 2016. And then after the halving, from 2016 to 2017 is like parabolic move, bull one. And of course, Bitcoin go to 20,000 at the end of 2017. So from one peak to another peak, which takes about 1,490 days. So the question mark is for the next bull run we are waiting, right? So this is from 2018 to right now we're in a bear market. Ever since 2017, the bull market Bitcoin go to 20,000. Right now we have corrections. So the corrections takes about 665 days. Don't forget the third halving. The third halving coming up on May 2020. So that will be interesting to see how the price of Bitcoin will go. And estimate time based on this chart is basically saying that from one peak to another peak, it will take about 2073 days. And he made a comment about the recent breakout, if sustainable, that will be one of the largest deviations from long-term trend. So the trend may be different if this breakout sustainable. So we are. Don't forget we have a whole bunch of Bitcoin pump on April 1st, and then right now it keep on pumping right now all the way up to 5,200 from 4,000. So the next stop we're going to talk about crypto dog. So crypto dog, he talk about, hey, bullish at resistance. I am, but am so comfortably secure in my long-term position. Check your bias and always be prepared to be wrong. And his response to Crypto Broken's take. Basically, Crypto Broken is saying that I see zero reason to be bullish here. The shit is going to dump. Volume is diverging right into a strong resistance level. So that's pretty interesting. Everybody have their own different opinion. And another interesting point I want to point out, this is the CME future contract commitment of trade. So you can see for CME future contract, one contract is 5 Bitcoin, basically times 5 of all this thing. You can see the non-commercial, which is the retail investor. The long position is 2430 and short position is 3056. The spread is pretty big actually, 471. So for commercial, which is an institutional investor, you have 229 short position, none in long position. So basically, So basically, I haven't seen such a big spread before. The spread is not usually not that big. This is as of April 2nd. They may already liquidate this position. We don't know. But then that may be the one of the reason there's a big pump on April 1st, I guess. In order to liquidate all this short position, they have to pump the price, right? So this is interesting to see, but right now, I don't know, we don't have the latest data right now. This is only April 2nd. So the next stop we're going to talk about, I touched on this early on Peter Brand. Basically talk about Bitcoin price could be entering a new parabolic advance. So Peter Brand basically called for the end of the last Bitcoin bull run. And he's talking about, he basically talk about the 20,000 is at the peak at the time. And then he's talking about predicting 80% plus decline to go under 4,000. This is exactly what happened. Back in December, Bitcoin go almost 3,000, right? And so now he make another predictions suggesting this is an analog of the double bottom in 2015. I mean, right now the pattern is very similar to the 2014-2015 bear market cycle. Right now you can see very, very similar. It's eerily similar. So that is very interesting. So yeah, maybe have a double bottom. So this bottom followed the crash from the Bitcoin previous parabolic move, which peaked in late 2013, and then it crashed in 2014 and 2015, and then it's the bear market cycle. So he basically believes that either from the December 2018 low, which is around 3,000, or a retest of this value, Bitcoin could well be entering a new parabolic phase. That would be nice. And people are asking him, hey, did you look at some other analysts and all that? And then his response is, I do not read those guys. Try to keep my opinion pure. That is pretty interesting response. And he did mention that violation of the parabolic advance could produce 12 to 24 months of chop before new advance gains traction. I mean, that's true too. I mean, I would agree. 13 months, mainly downward chop later, according to Brent, and the new advance could be starting to gain traction. I wouldn't bet against it. So he's saying that the next bull run, probably suggesting based on the technical analysis, the price of Bitcoin will be 100,000, could be well in play. So what do you think about the next bull run, the price of Bitcoin? Please comment below. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? What's the price of Bitcoin for the next bull market cycle? Will Bitcoin price go another parabolic run, very similar to 2017? Please comment below. I would love to hear from you. That would be interesting. And let's talk about so CEO of Block One, Brandon Blumer. So CEO of Block One basically is a creator. The Block One basically is a creator of EOS. So he makes some comment that infuriate the Bitcoin community. Let's take a listen what he said.
Limitations.
Start from beginning.
We're starting to solve some of those issues. If you look at the first, blockchain, let's just say Bitcoin, right? Fundamentally transformative in how we will do everything going forward, but actually a transfer takes an hour, right? It's expensive. If you look at the dilution we pay through new inflation on an annual basis, you're talking, I'll switch to this. You're talking $50 to $100 per transaction, and it can only process about 3 transactions a second for every person on the network. So huge scaling limitations.
So people are infuriated by what he said because some of the stuff he said is not true, because he did not mention the Lightning Network and all that. So basically some people responding to him saying that he's spreading a ridiculous mischaracterization about Bitcoin at the Digital Chamber event. And then he's, I think one people respond saying that, hey, this is why it's important to have technically knowledgeable interviewers. This moderator provide no pushback as Brandon spilled lie after lie in service of a scam. And he say so, and then somebody respond, hey, this is a Zuckerberg of EOS and full of hope and full of shit. And I love, but so Brandon respond, he's saying, I love Bitcoin too, but that won't make it fast or cheap. Bitcoin has everything it needs to succeed, and I think in time it will become the largest store of value in the world. So EOS isn't designed to compete with Bitcoin. It's optimized for different use case. And I think people start attacking, saying that EOS scamming people, and then they even post a big connect. That's a scam. I mean, come on, guys. I don't think EOS is a scam. But anyway, and here say so another person responding, EOS very own attack factor, saving everyone else a job and shooting himself in the foot, and then say, oh, holy crap, they say Bitcoin costs $100, takes an hour to transfer the coin. I don't think so. I don't think it takes an hour to transfer Bitcoin, and I don't think it's expensive. I don't think it takes $100 to transfer Bitcoin, not at all. And so people go on and on and on. Then I find something interesting here. Here there's an article about rampant collusion on EOS exposed by Wahoo leak. So I don't know why people are taking out all this dirt. But maybe I'll talk about that in this next video. So that's like crazy. And so and then he went on to Blumer talk about Bitcoin. So let's take a listen once and see what he said.
If you take a look at how other tokens or other networks create their tokens, a lot of it was done through proof of work, which is spending lots of money on electricity that ultimately gets burnt, contributes to a lot of environmental negativity. And what we were able to do is capture that value that other networks are unable to do with, and then we actually deploy it into developers that are building on the protocol itself.
So and then people are very infuriated. What he said basically, this is you lying about a Blumer about the function of proof of work. Impressive amount of nonsense, and they're saying miners are just burning energy for fun. There's no purpose to that expenditure. So miner burning electricity because they get paid inflation to mine, mint new token, processing transactions. What is the mischaracterization in this video? And also the mischaracterization is that EOS is able to capture that value and deploy it for development, and that he completely ignored that we burn energy to provide immutability. And so this go on and on. I mean, let me know what you think about this. This right now this debate or controversial thing in the Bitcoin community. Please comment below. What do you think? What do you think about all these things? Anyway, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe, also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or token swap. Those can be time sensitive. If you have already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out those airdrops or token swap. Yeah, I think myself, I also miss some token swap myself too. Sometimes I got too busy. Anyway, follow me. You can follow me on Twitter as well. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency or ICO has inherent risk. Please use a due diligence.